Welcome back to the second video in the series. I'm Kathy Johnson, the NZCER advisor. In this video, we're going to give you some understanding of the parts of the toolkit that are going to be most useful to you. Because the toolkit was designed not just for a way of thinking about school climate, but also a process for following through decision making. So we want to take you through those steps and leave you in good shape to do that for yourselves. The toolkit's designed around a 5-step review process. What we want to do today is to give you the critical parts of the toolkit that cannot be missed, the bits that are going to help you make sense of what you've got. The Wellbeing at School Toolkit examines the climate of the school across the 5 layers. And we need to be really clear about what they are. In the toolkit, there's a really succinct description of each of those layers that we call aspects. And within each aspect, there are sub-aspects. Very clear descriptions of what are being measured. And these are really useful to you, not only to know and understand the data that you've got, but also when you choose a direction going forward, to be really clear about what you want to aim for. The measure that sits underneath each of the reports is the Wellbeing scale. The Wellbeing scale allows us to both put the items on the scale as well as the participants. Within the toolkit, there are scale descriptors. Short pieces of information that explain exactly from the data how the students are feeling at a particular level of the scale. As you're going forward with your data, it is quite a good idea to take some time to sit and think about what a positive school climate looks like. Now, NZCER have put together research briefs for you, just short pieces. They could be used in a staff meeting, they could be used with senior leadership team, but what they do is help to build that foundational knowledge of A, what's being measured, and B, what you're aiming for. In step 2 of the 5-step self-review, there's a section called What are the common reasons for using the Wellbeing at School tool? This may help you to be clearer about why you wanted the tool, and therefore be clearer about what questions you want the tool to answer. Many schools pull it in as part of a whole school review against a program they might be running, or an initiative that they've developed that they hope will have impacted the school climate. Many people just pull it in as baseline data. They just simply want to know, what is the climate of this school like? It's time for step 3 in the toolkit. Under the section Planning for Change, you'll find 2 resources that schools find really useful in trying to work out what they're going to do next. So the next step modules contain actions and questions to help you move through the area that you've chosen to focus on. When you click on any one of these sub-aspects, there's a page to support you with focus questions. How might you take those to a staff meeting? With the key idea, what does this sub-aspect really mean? What does it really describe? And also some reflective questions. So as you're moving through, the reflective questions just help guide your thinking on what's really important here and what needs to be considered. Under the ways of working, there are lists of ideas about how you might go through, let's say with consultation, or how you might work with staff and students to build new knowledge and ideas about what needs to happen next. Once you've chosen your area of focus for going forward, there's also an action plan template that will help guide your thinking. It helps you lay out your vision for what you're hoping to achieve. It helps you look at the short-term goals and the long-term goals that sit in behind that. It then lays out for you the 3 areas that are under your control going forward: the school-wide climate and practices, the teaching and learning, and the community partnerships. Most schools have their own self-review process, but this template in particular allows you to focus in the area of well-being, which is often very new for schools. This data focuses on a whole school approach to improvement, and you want to involve your school community in the way forward. So making it make sense is important. Take the time to get to know the toolkit and don't hesitate to ask for support if you want any further information.